Hey Libra, welcome to my channel, Joy to the World, and I'm your reader, Melissa Joy. All right, we are up close and personal because I am shielding you from the wind, but I am not shielding you from the spirit. Now, you were showing me in the moving of the deck what a long, strange trip it has been. You've been on a long journey, my friend, and many of you it has been since birth, going through so many daunting and unwanted just take the prefix: undesirable experiences, unwanted experiences, things leading to regret, retribution, recycling, lots of phoenixing, that type of thing, being intimate with rising up and trying to come back to the point of origin, which for Libra is beauty, and beauty is balance. So what makes you feel beautiful? And not just like the outside sizzle of, oh, aren't I beautiful? No, beautiful is that peace and harmony. It is this synergy. When peace and harmony come together and make a baby, it looks like a you. Set into this freedom. It's an image I have in my mind when children are young and they're just out there running around, maybe age 5, 6, 7 on a playground, and everybody's smiling and laughing at each other until there becomes a little scuffle. But for the most part, mouths wide open, eyes wide open, hair going everywhere, sunshine landing all over that hair. If you have children, have you ever smelled their hair when they come in from the sunshine? Just like laundry on the line. Friends, you have been cleansed or wherever you've been from. So if any of that's still trying to sit around your mind, it's around, it's outside, and that ain't your trash to pick up. Because the moment you go and touch it, it touches you. So those thoughts, those suggestions, those reminders to try and keep you down, put you in your place, tell you what you was and what you will be and what it's always gonna be, and make you take a sigh and a deep breath and become all longing, either forlorn or longing. Forlorn or longing. I'm like, baby, there's so many other directions you can go in. Let's wonkavate you, because what you're showing me, I started to move it around and you create a new split. You're like, world peace. 0221. World peace. There's so much coming in. Look at it alongside this. This is courage that has stood the test of time. For someone to keep coming back to life after everything you've been through, that's your superpower. Not the coming back to life. Loving life. Loving living and the experiences they're in. Not having to take them to the limit one more time. All right, Eagles, that's not a real ego. Because what you're showing me here, this is powerful stuff. This is coming in like the alchemist. Maybe if you've read that book, you'll get a little glimmer in your mind of how the story goes. And look at this. Tell me again. Does that remind you? And if you haven't, you might want to take a look at that book. It's one of the most sold of all time. And it's interesting, especially if you go, I think it might be on Netflix, that has the behind the scenes story, the documentary of Paulo Coelho's life. And he was someone that was misunderstood by his family, very strict father, and a mother who was compassionate towards him, but it was limited as to what she could do because she kept having a defining factor come in and overpower her and make the final decision. So anyways, he wasn't so much a dreamer, he was a believer. And this great life, this beautiful life, this beautiful experience that we're having and wanting to be an artist and a writer. And so he would, I don't think they got too deep in it, but I would say there was definitely a struggle. So maybe something you can identify with. And I love it that from his experience, he wrote The Alchemist. And it's I would say a disguised point of view, hidden in plain sight. 0404. Hidden in plain sight. Like someone who's been there, done that, is speaking the language. And so that's what's unique, that it's embedded in that story, in that book, and what an adventure. And it's a really small one, maybe something you want to go on if you haven't, or go revisit it. Powerful stuff. But anyways, he got put in an institution at least a couple of times. And this is back in the era. They don't go into what all happened there, but they do still burn people's brains. And to be trapped inside an experience where you don't have the authority and power, 444, to alter your experience, you're coming forward naturally, and then here's this thing smacking you down, taking dominion, controlling you, dominating you. And then that can cause that little bit of rebellion that you would go through sometimes, or that little bit of like lashing out or doing that I know I shouldn't, but, and not to others, to yourself, 0505. Okay? This is your creative power. This is your authority, the power to choose, to turn around and to begin to choose what you do want. Don't wait until the forlorn comes, all right, and then try and make the decision. Do a little something for yourself every day. He was on a journey for some treasure and love, for that peace and harmony, everyone getting along. You know how that feels, Libra? Yeah. I want everyone to just get along, and not just get along. If we could start with getting along, then we might get to this beautiful world I've been living for. And if not, I try and get on the ride with y'all, and then it just goes all wackadoo. Okay, so wackadoo. He's like, we're gonna stop that, put an end to that grimace face. We're gonna lift your head up and restore more than your confidence. We're gonna take you to a place of self-assurance. And you're going to be part of this authorship, part of this journey of writing the story and discovering what pleases you and what that looks like. Because your peace and harmony is first and foremost, my friend. Prioritization. Let's see about Libra in there. We could say like a second sense, like a sixth sense. I would say no, you're first and primary. Your primary sense, your sense of self. So Libra, that leaves me here to ponder, how many times in your life have you been told you're selfish? Or you're so privileged, or you always get this and that, or hey, can we have some of this? You know, no. You also have another power called silence. Not just silence towards other, but silencing that noise, not with your mouth, but with your ears, with your mind, that peace and harmony. You have this level with you that you didn't know about. It's been for a time that the world and people and energies around you, 0707, begin to tilt your scale, and you think the other person is the other cup on the scale. They're not. You are. You're that sensitive, or should I say sensational, that energy really impacts you. And so you start bobbling and adjusting to try and accommodate. And some people might say people pleasing and all that, but if we look at the energy of it, we'll get past these mindsets that keep us just going around another hamster wheel. All right? It is that energy that when you start feeling thrown off or whatever else, don't try and adjust with the people around you. Ask yourself inside real quick, hey, I'm feeling a little off, or I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, or I'm feeling a little anxious, or a little frustrated, or a little limited, or controlled, or dominated, or like things are never going to change, hopeless. What do I do? Well, your bounty is there. You're showing me. The 8 came up. That is your beginning place of all life. Almost start there and keep it there. They said not stop. Start there and keep it there. Because staying in the center of yourself will silence so much of the noise. And especially the noise in the headspace around you, because we think those are our thoughts, but we're not thinking beings. That's why you have so many feelings. That's what makes you sensational, Libra. So celebrate that, chew on that. It's not even just like meat to chew, it's like fruit. Like I've been eating these plums that are so red inside, y'all, that I am like, oh my gosh, I need to make a jam or a jelly from this because it's so beautiful. I want to look at it. You know, when I'm eating, I don't look at it for that long because that thing goes up in my mouth and gone, right? Well, that's the amazing thing about the juicy deliciousness with you. Luxuriate in yourself. You are divine and unctuous. That's what beauty is. It's like if the water was just there and it made no sound, would it have the same effect? If the wind made the sound past your ears, but you couldn't feel it, would it have the same effect, right? So it's being able to have those altered experiences in the sense that they are synergistic. Letting your individual senses come together and commune with each other. I'd say talk to each other, but that means words. Sit there and commune with each other. Enjoy your food. Have sensual pleasure on it, because you can't be so sensational and not be sensual. But often it's trying to go straight out to the arms of a lover, or lips of a lover, or a group of friends, or some other types of pleasure. But you're telling me, get into your root right now. This is a special little time for you. Let those other things come secondary later on. But start with you, my friend. Begin with you. And if you get off in your day and you're feeling all crunchy or whatever else, or crumple, and you're like, God, what? And it'll be like, take a moment. That's why I'm creating this meditation channel. Ooh, y'all, it's called Juicy Meditations. So even if you're trapped up in some workspace where you're like, oh my God, what do I do? Well, you take a bathroom break. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. And you take your phone in there and take your 2 minutes or your 10 minutes. I'll have very short ones and longer ones to get back into your juicy nature. They're gonna come through raw, because I'm not trying to get you to like me. I'm trying to get you to like you. To remember that you do like you. And more than that, you love you and you pleasure in you. What is that pleasure? It's joy. All right. And that's where the peace and harmony and all the things come from. And you're like, ooh, kaleidoscope eyes, joy. I'm like, I know. Maybe that's why I got the sunglasses on. Friend, I vote for you. I love you. If you vote for yourself, put some thumbs up in the emojis in the comments down below and be like, I vote for me. Put some sunshine in there, some praising hands, some whatever else. Let me know you are celebrating and choosing yourself, because I vote for you. I pray over y'all. I love you, and I'm sending you so much love and health, my friend. Peace and harmony, Libra. Bye.